Well. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Maney LauRen Morning Show. Today is January 9th, 2025. And no matter where you are listening to us, chances are you will see some winter weather tomorrow. Now, the timeline has shifted, Lauren.
Oh, okay. Give us an update.
Originally, the winter weather, the snow, sleet, and freezing rain, and obviously, as usual, further north of I-85 will be pretty much all snow. Further south will be snow with a little bit of ice mixed in, and then further south of that into the South Carolina upstate would be more of an ice and freezing rain mix.
Okay.
Now, having said all that, the original timeline looked like it was going to be Friday night into Saturday afternoon. Now I've watched this morning, and I like to watch a couple different channels. And according to WBTV and our friend Nicole Madden at WCCB, it seems like lunchtime Friday is when the snow will start in our area. Obviously, out towards the mountains, you guys will get it a little earlier than us here in the city. But it looks like it's going to run, and then it'll go about 12 p.m. right through 12 a.m. So the ride home tomorrow night might be a little sketchy for you if you are have plans on Friday evening.
Okay, so does that mean...
What do you have planned that you're afraid is going to be canceled?
Well, nothing. I went to Hamilton last night, and I'm supposed to go to Blumenthal Arts at the Belk Theater and meet the cast on Friday, which is kind of cool.
Must be nice.
But if the kids are letting out of school early or there's some other, I need to make arrangements.
Right, yeah.
So Mecklenburg County, if you could make your plan public and let us all know.
It will be announced today. Count on it that the schools will be canceled tomorrow. It'll be announced today.
All day?
Oh yeah. That's my best guess.
Can we at least get a half day in? I don't know.
No, because they don't want to put the kids on the bus during the snow is the problem. And if it's going to start snowing like around noon, as they're saying.
Went back.
I know. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie.
Okay. I wonder if the cast wants to meet Jackson. You want to meet a real character.
Put him on stage.
Yeah.
The winter storm will be the first into our area for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think.
I remember the last time it snowed really badly here, I had to rescue someone from South Park Mall because they could not get an Uber home. And we have four-wheel drive Jeeps, so I got the phone call.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, how was Hamilton?
Amazing.
Yeah. This is the second time you've seen it.
This is the second time I saw it on Broadway in New York City while I was pregnant with Jackson. And this is the second time that I've seen it. And it's like just the story, the way they wrote it. Like if they taught history like this in school, kids would be glued. Okay. But there is like, I don't want to ruin anything, but there's a turning.
It's been out forever.
I know. But there's like a turning stage is part of like the Hamilton production, and it makes everything so much better because they slow things down, and then you feel like you're in a time warp, and then they can speed things up. It's just it works with the music.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Good. And the big thing yesterday.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm not. I refuse to see it. Hamilton's not my favorite.
Okay,
he's not my favorite.
You an Alexander Burr guy?
No, I don't know. No, you know what? I mean. I don't know.
Or Aaron Burr, sorry.
Yeah, Aaron Burr. Yeah. I would go, I guess, if like Amanda got tickets or something, but I didn't do any of the work. So no, we have Cabo's on my mind. I'm leaving for Cabo in a couple weeks, so that's where my mind's at. But I haven't seen the movie. Amanda and Dean have.
I think it's still on Disney Plus. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a history buff. I already know all about Alexander Hamilton. I don't need it sung to me. Wait, hold on. The big thing off the air yesterday, you guys, was Lauren was concerned because it was her party posse that was going for the most part, and they wanted to go to a different restaurant than you did.
Yeah.
So how did the pre-gaming go, and did everybody behave, including Steph, who is a known
party girl
partner with you?
Yes, everyone behaved. We were fighting like an immense amount of traffic going uptown, so the party didn't really get started until like an hour before we had to go.
You didn't drink in the party van?
No.
Oh.
No, but we did go for martinis, and I'm an old man, and I love a dirty martini with blue cheese stuffed olives.
Okay. Where did you end up going to eat?
We went to Eddie V's.
Okay.
And then we just walked across the street to Belk Theater.
Okay. Good. And
Yeah.
you made it in time. There's the story of Hamilton. There's the story of LauRen before Hamilton. All eyes are on the West Coast. We'll tell you what celebrities had to evacuate and lost their homes in these terrible LA fires coming up in just about 10 minutes. Those terrible wildfires in LA.
I know.
And the videos that people have been sharing are unbelievable. We watched a video yesterday of a bulldozer clearing cars off of the road after civilians were stuck in traffic and were told to evacuate their cars. And they took their keys with them.
And just left it as a parking lot instead of leaving the keys inside for people to emergency services to be able to move them.
So fire engines couldn't get to where they needed to go. And a bulldozer was used to fight forest fires, was pushing cars off the road in was something that was straight out of a movie. And then I saw this other video of fire just surrounding a house. And the person was the wind from the Santa Ana winds, or the Hellfire winds as they call them, are hurricane force.
Yeah,
but instead of rain falling from the skies, you guys, it's ash and fire all around you. It's the craziest thing.
That's why it's spreading so fast. I don't know if Eugene Levy's house was destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, there were just Miley Cyrus's Malibu home was destroyed.
Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag from The Hills lost their house.
And his parents' house was lost too. I mean, it's just insane.
Paris Hilton lost her house. Ben Affleck fled his $20 million home. And he went to Jennifer Garner's house, according to reports. Ashton Kutcher was seen watering plants and the roof at a friend's property in an attempt to keep the fire from spreading. James Woods, the actor, broke down in tears while live on CNN talking about the loss of his home. Mandy Moore, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jennifer Grey, Ricky Lake, Eugene Levy.
And listen, you can sit here and say, "Oh, they have money, like they'll rebuild." Like that's still yours, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've saw people on social media be like, "Wow,
Right.
They lost their home." Come on.
Like it's their home.
And not to mention, surrounding these celebrities are people who, okay, so what? They have money. They still live lives. And you know what? They're not celebrities, and they're losing their stuff too. I saw a guy evacuating his home, and KTLA, the news station, was there. And the guy said, "Is this your home?" The reporter said, "Is this your home?" And the man was on a bike. And he said, "Yes, my family's gone, and I'm just getting the last bit of stuff out." And the reporter said, "Is there anything I can do to help you?" These reporters were feeling helpless. Some reporters were even fighting fires to get, before the firefighters got there, they were helping people with hoses and stuff. Anyway, the man on the bike said, "Yes, you can take some of these paintings." And he said, "Okay." The reporter gave him his name and said they will be at the KTLA studios. I'll put them in the van for you to get them
That's really
safe.
nice.
And then the other weird thing too is that there's a water pressure issue.
Oh.
Because so many people were using the water hoses from their homes, civilians, to kind of
Try to soak everything so it didn't burn so fast.
Yeah. That firefighters had a hard time. Plus, you're fighting gravity. These are the Hollywood Hills, so water's going uphill, and the water pressure's just not high enough. Yesterday, and then somebody said, I saw them post on X. Quick question: can you not use water from the Pacific Ocean to help put the fires out? 30,000 comments, and it was crazy. Some people were like, "No, you can't put the salt on the water." Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, I saw like 4 or 5 of those water skimming airplanes going into the water.
They're dumping water on it from the air.
They are. So the LA fires are rough, man. Palisades Charter High School, used in movies like Carrie and Freaky Friday, burned down. Premieres for movies like Unstoppable and The Wolfman were canceled. The LA Kings canceled their hockey game last night. There was talk of the LA Rams game, their playoff game, maybe being postponed or moved to Arizona. Very, very sad, and our thoughts are with everybody out there in LA, including, of course, all the brave men and women who are fighting these fires.
Absolutely.
LauRen, why do we get paid the big bucks?
I'm not really sure anymore, honestly.
If we do get paid the big bucks, yeah, you're right. We get paid because we're constantly trying to come up with content to entertain the masses that is the Maney LauRen Morning Show fam, right? So everything that goes on in our lives, like we make mental notes. You know, we'd love to bring this onto the show to share with our audience and share with you in the car driving this morning, or you listening on your smart device, wherever you are. You could stream us on the radio station apps. Please get those and stream us so you don't have to forget. Plug it right into your Apple Play. And when you get to your destination, you can unplug it, put your earpods
Take
in.
us with you.
Well, constantly in your ear. La, 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 la. So I got 2 topics out of 1 phone call yesterday.
With who?
My buddy Big Perm.
Just the names that you guys have for each other is telling.
Big Perm is the best. He is my dearest friend. We were in nursery school together. We lived right next to each other. He's the same age as me. He's a little older than me, but the same grade as me. And we've been solid. Now, there's parts of, you know, throughout high school where he had one friend group and I had another friend group, but we always remained friends, even through college. And, you know, I was in his wedding. It goes on and on. Do you want story A or story B about my conversation with Big Perm?
I mean, I got nothing to go on, so let's
Just
roll the
pick.
dice and say B.
Okay. Am I the a-hole?
Okay.
Good. I'm glad you picked B.
Good.
Because story A is a little less controversial. Story B is, am I the a-hole? This is a segment we do on the Maney LauRen Morning Show where you guys DM us. We haven't had a DM in a couple days about am I the a-hole, so I'll throw it out there.
Bet Big Perm wants to know if he's the a-hole.
Am I? Me.
Oh, you.
Maney, am I the a-hole? I did something I think kind of annoyed my buddy Big Perm. So this year, we decided as a family, meaning my wife, said that she's not going to do holiday cards. No holiday cards.
Okay.
So we didn't take pictures. We didn't send any out. Did you?
Yes.
Did we get yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you should have.
When did we get yours, do you think?
Right around Christmas. I was
Okay.
a little late sending them out, so they probably came the week of.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it happens where life happens and they get there a little late, right? Well, we didn't do any holiday cards. And I found out from my cousin yesterday, or I'm sorry, 2 days ago, that my aunt, his mom, thought that maybe we didn't love her anymore because she didn't get a holiday card this year.
Okay.
And did we take her off the list? I said, listen, tell Aunt Mary that we did not do Christmas holiday cards this year. We just didn't. And it's okay. I don't care.
We didn't do them last year.
Right. I got Big Perm's holiday card on Tuesday.
This past Tuesday?
Yes.
Is it a holiday New Year card or is it a holiday card?
Wishing you happy holidays. A picture of his daughter, the dog, his son, and the entire family.
And you got it this week.
I got it on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's too late.
Amanda gets the mail and she brings it in and she puts it on the counter. And she says, babe, here's a couple Christmas cards. One was from a cousin who I barely ever see that lives out in Seattle. The other is from my buddy Big Perm. I take the Big Perm holiday card and throw it right in the garbage. Then I proceed to take a picture of it in the garbage.
Oh my gosh.
And shared it on my text chain that has my 6 high school friends on. Look, there's the picture. I'm showing Lauren the
so
picture.
rude.
I'll show the camera the picture. Yeah, I threw right in the garbage. And I took a picture of it and I go, thanks, Big Perm. Sorry, too late. And I thought people would be like, again, all my friends on the text chain were savage with each other. We'd all be like, that's
Did
hilarious.
everyone turn on you?
Everybody turned on me. Everybody on the text chain got their cards and then took pictures of where the cards were. Refrigerator, mantle, a chest hanging on the. I go, when did you all get yours? And they're like, everybody got them either last week or this week. I said, we have de-Christmased in our house.
Yeah.
So then I text Big Perm and I'm like, are you really upset? Didn't hear back from him.
Oh.
So
Is that why he called you?
No, I called him.
Oh.
I called him and I was like, bro, are you upset? And he's like, nah, man, it's all good. He's like, we got them out late, so they really are Happy New Year cards. I go, I know, dude. And like, I was just doing it to be funny. I'm like, but honestly, kind of
Christmas got put away.
like hard launch. Also not trying to be funny because we're done. where am I going to put this? I can't just leave your family up on my refrigerator. But my buddy Sorelli's like, yeah, I got it up on my fridge. I look at him every day. Love that family, So I want to know, am I the a-hole? Lauren just informed me yesterday after he got off the air that Nukes is coming back to Charlotte, my favorite eatery.
Yeah, I know you love Nukes.
I loved Nukes. My buddy Justin ran Nukes. They were big advertisers with the Maney LauRen Morning Show years ago. And then there was some franchise issues or whatever, and the franchise went away. There was an Uptown location, one in Blakeney, and then one in Rock Hill, and they all closed. But the one in Rock Hill is where we did a lot of stuff out of there. We collected a lot of water.
Yep.
When our friends in Columbia were flooded and needed water, we did a big water collection in Rock Hill and drove the truck down to Columbia to have the water dispersed. A listener broke her ankle bringing us the water that day.
Snail on the ankle.
Lisa, I believe her name is. I know she's all healed up and well.
I thought it was Heather, no?
Heather broke her ankle first, then Lisa tripped over Heather, if you remember right.
Oh, okay.
No, you're right. It was Heather. So here's a question I have for you, the people who are the unicorns. Those of you who have been in Charlotte for so long that you remember restaurants that maybe we don't remember, only being here 12, 13 years now. But what restaurant do you want back? Specifically restaurant do you want back in Charlotte? Because I'm pumped about these 10 Nukes. Nukes is a great lunch spot.
And when you call to tell us what you want back, like, why do you want it back? Like, what did they have that was the absolute best? Because I'm here for that.
I know. And so much is closed recently. Mm-hmm. Price's Chicken, Harper's in South Park. My favorite spot, Ricchio's Italian restaurant, closed. I mean, this is just within the last year.
Yeah.
These places have closed. Village Tavern in South Park closed.
Isn't Fenwick's about to close?
Yeah, in Myers Park.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's the deal? But what other restaurants that used to be around that are no longer around would you want back? Charlotte, born and raised, went to high school in Charlotte, then you know the history of this town better than anybody. And you know the good restaurants that have closed. Lots of them have closed within the last year, sadly. Mm-hmm. Now, somebody texted in and brought up the good points and said, Maney, for all the ones that are closing, we are getting some really cool new restaurants as well.
That's true.
I loved Bonterra, which was the restaurant right behind where we are here on South Boulevard. It was an old church that they turned into a restaurant.
Yes.
And as a Catholic growing up, there was nothing better than drinking inside the church.
Yeah.
Right? Now you got the wine. And I used to love that restaurant. Great food. But the reason why we brought this up is because we just heard yesterday that Nukes, one of the restaurants that used to be here that was a big-time supporter of the Maney LauRen Morning Show years ago, is coming back with 10 new locations around the Charlotte area, although nothing has specifically been said where they're going. Let's talk to some people on the phone, Lauren. They want to bring back their favorite spots. This is Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
How are y'all?
We're good, Tommy. What restaurant do you want to bring back?
Well, first off will be the Price's Chicken Coop. The other one will be Ryan's.
Okay.
We know Price's. Well, I don't know Ryan's.
Ryan's is like Golden Corral, but it's 10 times better.
Oh, okay.
Where was it?
They had one up in Gastonia. They had one up in Charlotte that was right there on Independence Boulevard. They turned it into a Bonefish Grill.
Ah, yes. I know where the Bonefish Grill is. Yep. Okay. All right. Thanks, man. We appreciate you checking in, Tommy. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning.
How long have you lived in Charlotte, Kelly?
I'm a lifer.
There you go. I love it. Where'd you go to high school?
Myers Park.
Nah.
And what restaurant are you trying to bring back?
So I would love to bring back Manzetti's. That was in the shopping center across the street from South Park Mall. I think it's, I want to say Paco's Tacos is there now.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
Although I do like Paco's Tacos.
Speaking of tacos, Fat Burrito was right next to us here in South End, and that's gone now.
No, but didn't Fat Burrito
They
made
just
a new
moved.
location? But Bentley's, when it was on whatever floor it was on, Uptown,
27th.
it was so good. And then they moved it, and it like doesn't have that same vibe anymore.
Yeah.
It's like too modern.
Yeah. Kelly, have you ever been to Beef and Bottle on South Boulevard?
Yes, that's our family go-to. And I did want to make a comment that I used to work at Bonterra. That was I was one of the first people to work there. So I worked there when it was just starting.
And that restaurant didn't they open up a new Bonterra somewhere else?
They did, but it closed. It was briefly at Phillips Place.
Yeah. It's just not the same. It's like
work
Bentley's.
Exactly. It doesn't work
And
somewhere else.
Yeah, they had those signature dishes like the fried lobster tail and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember when I moved in 12 years ago to take the job here at the radio station, I lived in South Park. We rented a house, and our neighbors were like, we've got to take you to Beef and Bottle. It's the spot to go, you know?
Have you ever been?
Oh, yeah, we went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went, and we've been a couple times. But Ricchio's was my spot over in off of 51, a nice little Italian restaurant right in the corner, tucked away where the Yellow Rose Bar used to be. And Ricchio's got a new owner, and then they closed. Oh, I hate it. All right, Kel. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
No problem. You too. You guys are awesome.
Oh, love
thanks,
you.
Kelly. You are too. Anybody who's a lifer in Charlotte that likes us, we take it. Hey, bring back Spaghetti Warehouse, somebody said. Terrace Cafe. Yes, the Terrace Cafe over at Phillips Place. And
I know you're going to make fun of me for saying this.
Taco Mac.
Yeah, Taco Mac was awesome. But Terrace Cafe, your girl would go and get an egg white omelet. They have the best egg white and turkey omelet, and then a big old mimosa. You know, because you got to have balance in life.
Somebody said Stingers. They had the most amazing French dips and steak fries. I love it. Great to hear from you guys. We love these places. Long live the restaurants. It's Maney and LauRen. What's going on in your friends' world? You gotta tell people this.
I mean, is it that strange?
No, I think there might be other people who do it. I've heard about it.
Okay.
I don't know anybody specifically who's done it.
Now, let me make this clear because this is not my Florida group of friends, okay?
Oh.
They would never go and do something like this.
Okay.
It would be a much different pact, okay? But I have a group of friends that have made a pregnancy pact. So 2 girls specifically, and one's like kind of flirting around with it, but 2 girls are trying to have babies at the same time, and we're in the same friend group. Now, I will not be participating, clearly.
This was their resolution for 2025?
Yes. And I'm not sure if their husbands are in on it, but
they will be when they find out.
Yeah, right? And they've been talking about having kids for a minute now. So this year, they have said, let's try to have kids at the same time, and then they can grow up together.
Their first?
Yes. So I'm like, okay. Now, is this a great idea? I'm not 100% sure because I think there is a world where we live in. It's not always easy for people to get pregnant. And my fear is that if one gets pregnant and the other one does not, it puts stress on the relationship. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself by putting a pact that you want to try to get pregnant at the same time.
Yeah, but you can go
if it happens, great.
Yeah, you can go the other way and be very happy for your friend if they're truly good friends.
Yes.
The pregnancy pact.
The pregnancy pact.
Getting pregnant at the same time so that the children will grow up together. Is this you? 704-570-9595. Did you or someone you know do this? Are you a pregnancy pact child?
Oh, maybe. Or are you in, I know siblings who try to do this.
Right. Yeah, we'll get a call from somebody and be like, hey, yeah, me and my cousin John are pregnancy pact kids. Oh, how's it going? I hate him.
Right. Or sisters who try to get, pregnant at the same time, and then they are pregnant at the same time. And then one feels like, well, this one's stepping on my dress because I wanted to have my baby shower on this day. Or now we have to have a joint baby shower. And why do we have to have it?
You're not showing at all, bitch. Look at me. Sorry, by the way, kids, that was just what pregnant moms sound like sometimes.
That's hormones.
Hormonal moms.
It was the hormones talking.
Bye. We want to hear from the people who have the pregnancy pact. Is this you? Give us a shout. The pregnancy pact, Rem? You want to talk to people who've done it?
Yeah, it's a real thing. I've got friends that are doing it right now. I'm not 100% sure this is a great idea, but here we are.
Emily, hi.
Hi.
What do you think? Are Lauren's friends onto something by doing the pregnancy pact for 2025?
Honestly, kind of. My cousin and I did it twice.
Wow.
And our kids are best friends.
They're besties. Okay, so that went in your favor.
Yes.
What happens if the kids don't like each other? Not only did you put a lot of pressure on yourself to become moms at the same time, but then you're putting all that pressure on your kids to like each other.
So our younger 2 boys actually do fight WWE, but then, they're best friends after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some text messages from people that are like, be careful trying to get pregnant at the same time because there's nothing that guarantees that the children are going to like each other. I think that's a good point. Thanks, Emily. Hi, Samantha.
Hi, yes.
You're part of the pregnancy pact.
Yes, me and my twin sister got pregnant twice at the same time.
Oh my gosh, did either of you have twins?
No.
Okay.
No.
And so you timed it out, you planned it, and it worked out, and the kids are friendly?
Yeah, so both of our first are 2 years old, and they're best friends. And then we both just had our newborn sons about a month ago. Mine's a month older than hers. And so far, so good.
So there was never, ever any animosity while you were pregnant, hormones going crazy, sharing the spotlight, none of that.
You.
Yeah.
A little bit, because we both had with our second sons, we had a double baby shower, and you definitely had like that favoritism in that way, but
Right.
it was not.
Okay.
too
Thanks,
bad.
Samantha. I want to get Rochelle on because she's been on hold for a while. Good morning, Rochelle.
Hi, how are you guys?
Rochelle, is this a good idea?
It's a great idea. I have a twin sister too, and she was pregnant with her. I was pregnant with my first and her second at the same time, and they're 10 weeks apart. And now they're best friends.
Isn't it written into the twin contract that you have to do the pregnancy pact?
It should be.
And I mean, what do you say?
We love it.
You just say. And by the way, you're Rochelle, so your sister is Rachel.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
My mom would never do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you say to your sister, like, "Hey, it's time. It's go time."
We did actually. We were living together in the same house, and we were like, "Let's do this. Let's make this happen. How awesome would it be?" So the house was definitely rocking. You know?
Oh my gosh, ready, break, everyone to your corners.
I love it. We'll meet up in 10 minutes.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
we said 10 minutes. What the hell are you guys doing in there? Thanks, Rochelle. We appreciate it.
Aline, welcome to the Maney and LauRen Morning Show. Alina, sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Loren. That's one wrong.
Going down.
Alina, welcome to the Maney and LauRen Morning Show.
Thank you.
You were playing Can't Be Loren today, but this is not your first time.
Nope, I've tied you quite a few times.
Okay.
I knew Alina sounded familiar. It's a great name. Alina, throw Loren out of the studio.
You know what time it is, Lauren. Get out.
I'm going.
I'm going to throw a couple Hamilton questions in there because she saw it last night.
Oh.
But she won't know the answers. I'm going to make them really hard. All right, here you go. Question number one. She's out of the studio. Several celebrities, unfortunately, have lost their homes to wildfires in what California city?
Pacific Palisades.
Yeah, sure. We'll take that. They also told me that they would accept L.A., Hollywood Hills. Okay.
I was like, there's so many.
I know. So sad. Bonnaroo has its lineup that was announced. Luke Combs, Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler, the Creator, and Hosier are all lined up to play. Bonnaroo takes place in what state?
Oh, this is a tough one.
That is a tough
Montana?
two. Question number three. Tom Brady reportedly tried to lure his former coach and now UNC head coach to come coach the Raiders, a team that Tom Brady has ownership in.
Bill Belichick.
And Kanye West is still upset over this sneaker company after they parted ways with each other in October.
Adidas.
Question five. Bradley Cooper was seen celebrating his 50th by taking in the Philadelphia Eagles football game this past Sunday with his son. What's the name of the movie trilogy he stars in with Zach Galifianakis and Ed Helms?
The Hangover.
Come on in, Loren. Loren didn't even have time to get a text out there.
That was fast.
Alina moves fast. She got one incorrect.
Okay.
So you got to get all five right or tie. Can't get
Okay.
two wrong. Here we go. Question one. Several celebrities have lost their homes to the wildfires in what California city?
LA.
Yeah, Pacific Palisades, L.A., Hollywood Hills. Unfortunately, it's all on fire. It's a really bad situation. That is correct. It is 1-0. 1-1. The Bonnaroo lineup was announced. Luke Combs, Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler, the Creator, and Hosier are all lined up to perform. Bonnaroo takes place in what state?
Tennessee.
She said Montana, and Tennessee is the correct answer, right outside of Nashville up in the hills. So, Loren, you got two, and Alina's got one. Tom Brady reportedly tried to lure his former football coach and now the UNC head coach to come coach the Raiders, a team that Brady's got part ownership in.
Bill Belichick.
That is correct. Alina knew that. 3-2. Kanye is still upset over the sneaker issue, the fallout with this sneaker company after they parted ways with each other in October.
Adidas.
That's right. It is 4-3. And question five, Bradley Cooper was seen celebrating his 50th by taking in a Philadelphia Eagles football game this past Sunday with his son. What's the name of the movie trilogy he stars in with Zach Galifianakis and Ed Helms?
The hangover.
The hangover is right. No word whether or not he had a hangover on Monday after the Eagles game, but Alina knew that one as well. So final score, LauRen 5, Alina 4, and LauRen's got 85 straight victories.
Alina, I'm so sorry for messing up your name earlier.
It's okay. I tried. I feel bad that I missed up Bonner now.
Well,
Bonner, by the way, you guys, that was a hard number 2.
Yeah, it was a hard 2. I would have probably moved that down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Alina, you know what we want to hear before we let you go.
Well, I'm Alina from Denver, and I cannot beat LauRen.
Thanks for playing, Alina.
I got to file this in the Is This a Real Story folder.
I'm listening.
A new college course wants to help Gen Z conquer their fears of a ringing cell phone.
Okay.
What?
Is this like waterboarding, but
The UK's
With the
Nottingham College is seeing issues with Gen Z not answering the phones and getting shortness of breath, increased heart rate, and dizziness, along with muscular tension, all because they either have to answer or make a phone call and not do it through text. Big Al, you part of this percentage?
Not really.
I do hate talking on the phone. Like, I would much rather send a text message.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie. Getting on the phone sometimes, it do be like, oh, my goodness, let me call these people. Like, oh.
That's true. I shouldn't have asked Al because Al's a rare younger case because he's constantly on the phones here with us and, outside of our show. Telephonophobia, it's called. And it's a legit thing. Nausea, increased heart rate, muscular tension, all because Gen Z's got to use the phone.
But they're just fine on social media and all of the other things that phones do.
Yeah.
We got a lot of issues, please.
Recent research suggests that the problem comes from social anxiety coming from a fear of judgment or humiliation. The college course in the UK has students use role play. They call restaurants to ask what time they're open, and they call stores to ask if they have certain items in stock, among other things on the syllabus.
I like it. Let me get my credit for calling Food Lion.
What's going on in the world?
This is ridiculous.
I like it.
All right, now it's your turn to go, Al. Go ahead and make the phone call. I'm British because I'm in Nottingham. Go ahead and make the phone call.
Hello?
Hi, what time are you? I can't do it.
Stop.
I can't do it.
You can't even. How are you going to ever call to make a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment? Are you going to hide in your
Online?
I was about to say, child, I can't go do an online booking?
Yep, everything's online.
I don't know if my dentist has online bookings. I just pick up the phone and call.
Yes, you're okay. You don't have telephonophobia, but people do. And it's such a thing that this class in Nottingham College in England has started to quell the fear of phone calls for Gen Z.
Of the telly.
Of the telly.
I don't know.
Ring us up. Do what? I'm not. Ring you up? No way.
Ring us on the telly.
Yeah, ring us on the telly. How about no? I love our buddy Big Al LauRen.
Me too.
He works his butt off for us. But he also does funny things. I don't even know if he realizes it. But like so Big Al's in the studio now, but like he's got his own little studio down the way where he could do production stuff and helps us edit videos. And so the other day I looked and it looked like he was like stretching and like doing like a workout.
Okay.
I see him in the TV screen that we have in here, the monitor. And I'm like, Big Al, what are you doing? Stretching and working out? And he goes, no.
Nope.
What were you doing?
I was putting on deodorant.
I'm not mad at that.
See, thank you.
Okay, I'm not mad at it either.
When you rather him put on deodorant than not
be
put
musty.
Right.
See?
I just found it, I don't know, maybe unusual.
I think I've seen people do a lot worse at work.
Really?
Oh, see?
Also.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Now, and this is not a judgment on Big Al. You're absolutely right. I love the fact that he used deodorant. All I'm saying is that if he said he wasn't stretching, I could have guessed 100 things, and it wouldn't have been putting on deodorant. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, see, that's my problem, though. I be oversharing sometimes. Like, people be coming out to the lobby when I be up there.
how often do you throw on deodorant on during the day, though?
Well, I put it on every day, but
Okay,
I
yeah,
like
I do
to sleep
too.
in the morning. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I be sitting there procrastinating, and it's like, you got 1 minute where you need to leave the house.
So you just threw it in the bag and took it with you, and you do
see,
it here.
I keep it with me. That's the thing. I
Yeah,
keep
I
my deodorant
don't.
with me. That way, if I ever... It is a big fear of mine to be out somewhere and then be like, oh my, like, what is that smell? And then look
Yeah.
now, and it's me. So,
Oh, that's me.
I can't believe you think it's strange. I have deodorant in our office, in the drawer.
How often do you use it? I've seen it in there.
I mean, I remember to put deodorant on every day, but if on the off chance I had forgotten, at least I have one here.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. I don't carry it. And I have probably, I would say probably in 2024, I'm sure, in the summer, like, had to go into the bathroom and put a little soap on under there.
that is...
What would you have done?
Went right across the
deodorant
street to
on.
that CVS and then got me some deodorant.
You never used, like, hairspray or anything like that?
Hairspray?
Yes.
Okay, now you're
Why do you
playing.
use hairspray?
Because it smells good. It's got a scent. Better than what's coming out of there if it's not.
I don't think that's good for your
Your
pores, buddy.
follicles are gonna fall out of your arm.
Y'all, I'm not talking about using it on the regular. I mean, in an emergency situation, if Lauren had hairspray in the office, I'd probably more
You
likely
use
use her.
my hairspray?
I'm not saying I did. I'm saying I would.
See?
I mean, hey, listen. I'm all for Al putting on deodorant. Don't get me wrong. I just found it odd that he was doing it at work, and like I said, if you asked me to guess 100 guesses, I wouldn't have said that he was putting on deodorant. I mean, it looked like he was doing a workout.
Because he was out in the open.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was in his studio, but I could see him, and I'm like, bro, are you stretching and getting your workout on?
No, putting them arms up, getting up in them crevices.
Putting my deodorant on. You carry it with you all the time? Where?
In my book bag. I feel like I take my book bag everywhere. It's just like if a man had a purse, that would be my version of a man purse.
Yeah. Why not use the crossbody bag?
I be keeping big electronics in there. Mm-hmm. My iPad ain't gonna fit in a little crossbody.
By the way, Big Al dressed in here. I mean, he looks like he's an American bobsledder.
You know what,
he's
y'all?
got the puff
it is
jacket.
6 degrees.
I know, but will you take your coat off at some point today, or is it part of the outfit and you can't mess with the outfit?
No, now this one, yesterday I couldn't take that one off. This one, I can take this one off today.
That's full winter, bro. That is like we're
The
hiking
one tomorrow
the Alps.
is gonna. If y'all think these two been bad, the one tomorrow y'all gonna be like, you might as well go on to Antarctica.
Are you looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Like,
Probably
will you be able to
worse.
put your arms down?
Snow day
Snow day
Snow
for real.
day.
I can't play.
for us. So yeah, you'll definitely be wearing something. But hey, at least you're gonna have deodorant.
Oh, and I'm gonna have that every time.
You'll have to get through 18 layers to get to your armpit, but you'll have the deodorant. That move you make when you are either pulling in and out of the driveway and you run something over. I did that.
I just pretend like nothing happened.
Here's a question for our next topic on the Maney LauRen Morning Show. What did you run over? And parents, did you tell your children that you ran it over? 704-570-9595. Let's get calls going on what you ran over, because over the holiday break, I went to pull Amanda's car into the garage, and I turned too wide, and the garage had some items on the right-hand side of the car, Lauren.
Ooh, did you take him out?
I ran over. Do you know the thing that, like, you ride, you put your feet up on? Big Al, what's that thing called? You have the handlebar and you lay down on it, and it
You
moves.
sit on it,
You
no?
sit on it,
Yeah.
and it only moves. It doesn't have pedals or anything.
wheelbarrow.
No, it's like the
I don't
thing
know
you
what
move
you're
with your
talking
feet.
about.
It's a child's
A
toy.
wheelbarrow. Yeah, I buy my kids wheelbarrows for the holidays so that
You'd
they
be
can.
surprised. Kids like weird stuff.
That's true.
It's got the
I know what you're talking about. The foot handles.
Yeah, and you can't pedal it or anything. The only way you move it is by going back and forth with the handle. And my kids had it. Now the only good news is that they haven't used it in a long time. But I ran that thing over,
See,
and like the back wheel broke off on it. And
I ran over a bike right before the holidays, remember?
You did?
Yeah, I backed up into it. And then I proceeded to gaslight my kids and tell them it was their fault because I keep telling them to put it away.
Yeah, I don't know. And we were all in the car too, so there was no hiding it. And so I was
you
just like,
cannot hide that. It's like,
no. And Amanda's like, you took the turn so wide coming in. Why did you take it so wide? And I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't used to driving your car, but I'm sorry that I ran it over. And when you run something over with the car, there's no bringing it back.
No.
Yeah.
It's crushed.
It's mauled.
It's Bigfooted. Someone just sent a text message and said that they ran over their kids' cars. They had a whole bunch of little Tonka cars all over the driveway. Had no idea. Crushed about 10 of them. Let's see. Someone said, my cat.
Oh.
I had to bring down the
R.I.P.,
room.
kitty.
Big Beard texting us. He was my best buddy, he said. Oh, no. Too many living things coming through.
Yeah, no. Let's just go to inanimate objects, please.
Someone said turtle. Trucker Rob, our buddy. Let me throw it out this way. What non-alive object did you run over?
Anybody ever run over spray paint? I want to know what happens when that, does it explode?
Oh, like the can?
Yeah.
Oof. Someone said she backed into her husband's lawnmower. He shouldn't have left it behind me, though, but the mower was ruined. I dragged it. Somebody else texted in and said that they put their car through the front of the garage, right through the drywall. They pulled in too far.
Didn't see that coming,
and smashed it right through the wall.
That wall will jump out at you every time.
I said I plowed through one of those white poles on 77 that divide the express lanes from the regular lanes. Yeah. Where was I? It was over the Christmas break. I hit one of those barricaded, like the big cans.
Garbage cans?
No, it wasn't the big yellow and white can that separates the lanes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I knocked into one of those. I was trying to get off on an exit over towards the Matthews area, and I cut it too sharp. Oh, that's terrible too. Someone said they backed into the garage door. They forgot to open it.
Oops.
Someone said I ran over a bucket. It got stuck to the bottom of my car, and I had to drag it forever. Oh, no. Someone says I ran over my daughter's training wheels and her bike. Just pulled in the same way I did. She said I pulled in the same way Maney did. Just pulled in too far, and you hit it. That's when you blame the kids, by the way.
Oh, 100%. But I can't blame the kids for not being able to pull in to the left. I can turn right, or maybe it's I can turn right, but I can't turn left. But there's one side that I cannot turn on.
Which is the right side.
The right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie says my hubby backed into my brand new car and cracked my radiator. Scotty the Scotsman says my kids left their Crocs and I drove over them and they broke. Crocs
aren't they supposed to be like the indestructible shoe?
Crocs are supposed to be totally indestructible. I don't know how that happened. Poor guy. Talking about running things over with the car. I accidentally ran over one of my kids' toys, I guess I would call it, in the garage. I made the turn too loose and ran it over with the right front tire, and there was no hiding it because everybody was in the car. Ruby was upset. My youngest was upset. But to be honest with you, they haven't played with that toy in forever.
Yeah. And it really wasn't their fault, though. It's not like they left it out in the driveway.
No, but, if you have the car, you could run things over. And we started this conversation off with a lot of living things. If you ran something over that wasn't alive, you can call us and tell us about it. 704-570-9595.
We don't want to hear about the latter.
Here's Jessica. Hi, Jess.
Hey.
Jessica, what'd you run over?
So it was actually my sister-in-law. She thought she was in reverse backing out of the driveway and was in drive and ran into the wall in the garage.
Ooh.
She was freshly new license, just got her license. But my in-laws never found out because we hid it behind the radio until they moved out about 10 years later.
So they eventually found out, and was it laughable at that point, or were they upset?
No, it was pretty laughable. By then we were in our 20s.
Yeah.
So we can tell the parents now.
When did this happen? 10 years ago. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Smart thinking. It was one of those big, tall radios, I guess, like a big stereo.
Yep, the big stereo with like the big speakers hooked to it and all that. Yep.
Yeah, that'll hide anything.
Did you just tell them that you reorganized the garage? How did you?
So it was pushed up against the wall already, so we kind of just scooted it over.
Okay.
And made it look like we were digging for something else.
Were you in the car with her?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you do? I appreciate it. Thanks, Jessica, for chiming in. LauRen, you wanted to know if you run over a spray can bottle, like a bottle of spray, a can of spray paint, would it explode? Charles says he has the answer. Good morning, Charles.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
We're good, Charles. What do you know about running over a can of spray paint?
Well, I was in the military for 21 years, and when you're in the military, a lot of times they spray paint your bumper with like your vehicle number on it, or your platoon or your company. So we were spray painting like my tank, for example, and I had Charlie 42 on it, and then we put a symbol for each platoon. Each platoon has a different name. So like I was in a cavalry troop, so I was Comanche. So we had like a headdress of an Indian on our tank, and we were spray painting that. And then in order to do the back of the vehicle, we had to move the vehicle forward. And when I was in the driver's position in the tank, I went to pull forward, and you hear this pop, and you're like, what the hell was that? And it's a spray paint can. We ran over the spray paint.
Does it sound like an explosion?
Yeah, it's
That's probably a little dramatic.
It's basically the same as we all know that idiot who likes to throw the spray paint in the fire.
Yeah.
It essentially has the same effect.
Yeah.
Now, the tank is very loud, so it was hard to hear.
Okay.
Right. But the answer is yes, it does pop and explode.
Yeah.
That's a real man right there. Charles, spray painting his tank and running over you. Charles, don't play. We appreciate your service for our country, Charles. We really do. Thanks for listening. Thanks for chiming in.
Oh, my pleasure. I love you guys. I listen to you every morning. You guys are awesome.
Oh, love you.
Yeah, you're the greatest, man. Hey, Reed, how are you?
Hey, morning.
So what'd you hit with the car? You're our last call on this.
Perfect. One morning I was too lazy to go in and get my wife's keys, and I needed to move my Jeep from the side of the brick house. And my wide tires on my Jeep, I ripped the spigot off the side of the brick house.
The water.
Oh, my
water
gosh.
Oh, yeah. And there was no hiding it. Water was pouring out of the side of the house. I couldn't figure out how to turn the water off. It was
City's got to get involved at that point. You're like,
mass
come
hysteria.
on.
Thanks, Reed. Thanks for chiming in. They're talking snow, sleet, and freezing rain for tomorrow. The start time seems to have moved up a little quicker from what I was reading.
Okay.
But there's only one true source that we need on the Maney LauRen Morning Show, and that's our buddy Keith Monday over at WSOC TV. Good morning, Keith.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Keith. Is this going to be like a Snow My God episode?
and also remember the kids are in school, so you're not crushing anybody's hopes of not being able to put a sled in the ground. But the reason why we wanted to get you on so quick this morning, Keith, is because if you have the iPhone push notifications and you have the Weather Channel app and you have Charlotte weather set, then an hour ago you got the message that says heavy snowfall from Charlotte, 1 p.m. Friday through 3 a.m. Saturday morning. Heavy snowfall. And everything I've heard locally from you and other meteorologists, your coworkers, is not the word heavy. Nobody's throwing that word heavy out there.
Sounds like a New York City forecast.
I don't know. I mean, am I wrong?
Right. Yeah, I mean, we're not definitely for sure not going to see heavy snow through that entire timeline. There's no way. But what we could see at the initial onset when it does come in the early to mid-afternoon tomorrow, maybe we do get a little burst of snow quickly, and the ground is so cold that it would not take a whole lot of snow to start to make very tough travel conditions on the road. So if we get a quick inch, isolated spots, maybe you get a bit more. That could make for a real mess of a commute early in the afternoon. And then when we go into tomorrow night, we still expect things to go back to that mix of sleet and then eventually maybe some freezing rain. So that's going to likely cut down the snow totals for just about everybody in the metro. But that could still lead to real tough travel problems. So I think the overarching theme is it going to be heavy snow for that entire duration? No, but we may get a little burst here or there to start out. But tough travel, that's going to be in the cards all the way through the entire event.
So, no school tomorrow, Lauren.
Yeah,
there's no way.
I am assuming CMS will cancel school.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Union County, and we'll probably cancel.
Yeah.
But because you have to.
Guessing, yeah.
But thinking about it, though, CMS is Ballantyne, but also a little further north, where I mean, you could get 1 inch in Ballantyne, and Keith Monday, meteorologist from WSOC TV, knows we can get 3 inches, just 10 miles away. In Uptown.
Sure. And I think that's going to be kind of the thing that a lot of folks are going to have to remember is that even if we only get an inch, even if you get less than an inch, the roads are still going to possibly a mess because it is going to probably stick pretty quickly. So it may not really matter, how much we get to have a bigger impact with this storm.
Keith, how many days has it been or years since we've had measurable snowfall in Charlotte?
So the last time we had even just about a quarter inch of snow was roughly about 1,075 days ago. We're actually a day or two over that now. But it's just shy of 3 years was the last time that we had even anything at the airport, because that's where they take the official measurement, to stick on the ground that you could actually measure.
Okay. All right. Well, every time we do snowfall counts here in the Charlotte area for the last couple of years, we've given a trophy to the meteorologist that comes closest with the snowfall amount. We call it "Yo, how much snow?" So I'm going to give you we'll give you 24 hours. We'll hit you tomorrow at 8 after more model runs and all that stuff, and then we're going to get your guess tomorrow just after 8 on how much snow we think we're going to get at the airport.
Okay.
We'll ask your buddy Brad, and I'll get our friend Nicole Madden on. One of you guys will get a trophy.
Looking forward to it. I'm excited.
I got to get the trophy back from Brad from 3 years ago, but somebody's going to get that trophy. Anyway, Keith, thanks. We appreciate you chiming in. So there you have it. Like, travel is going to be a little rough tomorrow for sure. So, and we'll check in with you just after 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. But, of course, you'll be on with us starting at 6 a.m. giving us the reports.
Sounds great, guys. Thanks.
There he is.
Thank you.
Keith Monday. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, yo, how much snow will be a thing for tomorrow.
All right.
And we have another idea. We got to find out if that's going through or not.
Right. Or I don't know if we're allowed to say it.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it. I didn't say it.
You looked at me like you wanted me to say it, and I know sometimes you like to.
You never say it.
You like to lobby, like volley the ball in my direction to see.
A little tennis match, a little pickleball match.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? It's Maney from the Maney LauRen Morning Show. Thanks so much for watching our videos. Like and subscribe, and then you can check out War of the Roses and Date 'Em or Dump 'Em. We got videos everywhere.